I want to talk to you about porn. Is pornography really a big deal? Our culture seems to say no. When I hear people say pornography is not a big deal, it betrays the research. Porn destroys your relationships. 2012, there was a massive research study by Dr. Joe Manning, a professor, and 4 other professors. They gathered all the peer-reviewed research from 2005 to 2012, and they simply said, how does viewing pornography affect adolescents? And they listed page after page of the devastating effects. For example, those who look at pornography are more likely to have a low self-image. They're more likely to experience depression. They're more likely to believe that casual sex is fine. And they're more likely to engage in sexually risky behavior. So to say that pornography is not a big deal and it doesn't hurt people simply betrays the evidence that we have. One way to really understand the effects of pornography is to look at the brain. People used to think that the brain wasn't fully formed until about 13, 14 years old, and it kind of stayed the same through life. When I was probably 10 or 11 years old, I was with my dad, and he was speaking at a huge conference. This woman came up to my dad to talk to him. The woman told my dad that her husband could not have sex with her unless he had a porn magazine on the pillow next to her head. Do you know why? Because this man for years, starting when he was younger, bought the lie of our culture. I can just look at pornography, it's not a big deal, I'll quit later. What he didn't realize is he was physically shaping the structure of his brain to respond to an image on a screen instead of a person in real life. In real life, nobody can match up to the images in pornography. But the other thing it does is God has designed sex to be between a man and a woman where there's emotion that's involved, there's commitment, there's a relationship, there's appropriate physical touch. And it takes all that away and just makes an image that somebody looks at for their own pleasure. And frankly, that's what porn does. It turns people into objects, and it objectifies people. And research shows that people who look at pornography are more likely to view people as objects. St. Augustine famously said, we are supposed to love people and use money. But the reality is we love money and we use people. Here's the bottom line what porn does to you. It will make you use people rather than love people. And God has designed us above all else to love Him and to love other people. If you care about being in a relationship with one person for life, that you experience God's best, then your choices right now are going to have a powerful impact for the rest of your life.